A virus can be hanging around and being spread without our knowledge for a lengthy period of time. So we don't even really know when this started or how it started, right?
Right. And Michael Osterholm in his book, and he's like one of the foremost epidemiologists in the US, says we still don't really know if AIDS came from chimps or monkeys or other apes. So, yeah, I think people have a bunch of theories about the specific origins. And yes, that came 35 years or so after the disease was identified. But also, yes, people think that there was this disease in West Africa that was called SLIM, that was people with HIV/AIDS, because the other thing I think people don't really understand is how exponential growth works, right? So one of the issues that happened in New York, it happened in Milan, it's happening in Florida, is that when the number of cases is low but rising, you can suddenly see this very rapid uptick. But the thing that people forget is there's often this slow growth before the curve starts to go this way. The slope of an exponential curve is kind of like that. And so this long period of slow growth, if you're talking about a disease like AIDS, can be decades and decades, right? If you're talking about a disease like COVID, it can still be weeks or months. So we now know, for example, that COVID was in many places in the United States back in December, right? Before the Chinese had figured out what the disease was. It was already all over the world. And that isn't surprising because when you have a few cases, it looks like pneumonia. For mostly it's elderly people going to the hospital. Doctors don't start to be surprised until they see a lot more cases, right? So yes, probably started in Wuhan, but it could have been somewhere else where there were just a few cases. It's very hard to know.